Welcome to the start of something special. Hey guys, how's it going? It is Fallen X Mystery here, and welcome to my first ever YouTube video on this channel. I'm looking forward to this journey. Hopefully you guys will be enjoying it as well. If you could subscribe to this channel and like this video, that would be great. The plans for this channel really are to do kind of FIFA videos, so like career mode videos and Ultimate Team videos, maybe some Call of Duty games, maybe some other kind of games, and real life football challenges when we can go outside, obviously. But yeah, so in today's video, we're going to be doing a Bristol City career mode and we're doing the first episode today, so that would be pretty good. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. So in this episode of the Bristol City Career Mode, what we're going to be doing is obviously starting off making our manager, setting up all the settings and going through the objectives and the youth system and our squad, what we're going to need to bring in and who we're going to let go. And we'll get through all of the pre-season friendlies, and then we will play our first league match, which will be against Leeds United, which will be a very hard match, but we'll get right into it, and I'll show you the manager. As you can see here, we've got our manager, first name Fallen, last name Mystery, obviously because of Fallen X Mystery. If you can have a look at his kind of outfit and what he's got on, it's kind of like a Sunday League manager vibe, which is kind of the vibe that I want to go for. But he's also got the black cap, if you didn't notice. But now the next thing we'll look at is all the objectives and the transfer budget, etc. And just before we get through to the main page, I just wanted to show you what our stadium's going to be like. So it's obviously going to be called Ashton Gate. I went for one that I thought looked quite similar to Ashton Gate, although the capacity is a lot more in this than it actually is in real life. It's probably about over 20,000 more, but this is the one that I feel like fits the criteria best. So we're going to quickly have a look at what pre-season tournaments there are. So the three selections are, well, they're all the same difficulty, so we're just going to go for the highest one, which is the one in Italy. So then we are in now, so let's look at the objectives and the finances that we've got. So let's have a look at the finances first, because as you can see, we've got 14.4 million in transfer budget and 168,000 in wage budget. Now that isn't bad going. That can do a lot for us, to be honest. But now let's have a look at the objectives. So what we've got in the objectives is the high priority is the domestic success, which is gaining automatic promotion in the championship, obviously, to get up to the Premiership, and to get to the round of 32 in the FA Cup, which are both definitely doable, but it's definitely going to be a task, especially the automatic promotion. So we've got the brand exposure, which is a low priority. Within 3 years, increase season ticket holders with at least 10% of the stadium's capacity. Okay, it's not too bad. Reduce players' wages by 45,000 a week in the financial short-term priorities. Okay, we'll give that a go. I feel like they'll just be going up. And then youth development, sign one player in your youth academy assigned to the midfield position. And that's definitely doable, because we're definitely going to be hiring a scout for our youth system. That's definitely going to be a thing. In fact, let's go into the youth staff now and assign someone. Hopefully we can have someone quite highly rated. Callum Morgan. I feel like let's go with that. We'll go with Callum Morgan. I feel like he could be quite handy. So then we'll put him to England. 9 months and just any type of player. We just want to build up our youth system, even though Bristol City do have a pretty good youth system as it is. So we'll go through the emails. Not a lot to really look at. Okay, so next we shall have a look at the squad and see what we need to look at in terms of transfers. So it's not a bad little side. Let's just change a few things in here. So I want to put Masenga in the starting lineup and Naj. They're going to be our two midfielders because Naj is definitely the best on the ball in the midfield, I feel like. And Masengo he's going to be an incredible player in the future, so I want to play him as much as possible so that he's ready for Premier League life, hopefully. Elias on the right mid, he's going to be keeping his place. Naki Wells, definitely. The only player I'm thinking is selling out of this starting lineup. Anyway, actually, there's a few that I'm thinking about. Deju, I'm thinking about. Vyman, I'm thinking about selling. Nathan Baker and Jack Hunt are the players that I'm thinking about selling. So if we change up the centre backs actually to Benkovic and Kalas, who are definitely the strongest centre backs that we've got, and then put Pereira at the right back, I feel like, we need to put Afobe in here as well as our substitute, and I'd really want to put Casey Palmer in there as well because he can be a very handy player. So I feel like our best positions to upgrade will be the right back, the winger to go in left wing anyway, or left mid I should say, and then a 20 goal a season striker. And I shall get back to you on what players I'm thinking of. I think I have a few ideas. So we'll have a quick look at the squad hub and see which players we can let go and which players we want to keep or let out on loan potentially. So I think goalkeepers were absolutely fine. Bentley would be good. He's an absolutely solid goalkeeper. Silva would definitely be our starting left back. If we could get a left back through the youth system, and as soon as we do that, we might let Tommy Rowe go because he is getting on a bit, and we want to have a predominantly young squad with a few experienced heads in there. So we do have a few people here out on loan, Bailey Wright being one of them, which I feel like I'm going to recall the loan and actually add him to the transfer list. So that's a good bit. That would be at least 2 million in our pocket to get some more players. So we got Kalas that we will predominantly keep. Benkovic, we've got the young Aidan Baldwin as well that we'll keep. Nathan Baker, I feel like we should let him go as well, just because I don't see myself using him while we've got Benkovic to put on the left side of the centre backs anyway. Like I said before, I want to look at transferring Jack Hunt. Obviously we've got Pereira on loan anyway, so we've got him for at least a year, but I see him as more of a backup to the right back and right mid position anyway. So Jamie Patterson as well, I'll put him on the transfer list, but I see him as a bit of a bargaining chip for when we try and sign a player, definitely. So Adalda I want to keep as like a replacement sort of player. He'll be very good to come off the bench. Hendrickson we've got for a year on loan. Corey Smith, I'm gonna let him go, even though he is a club legend. He scored against Manchester United in the Carabao Cup quarter-final, I should say, a few years ago. So he is a very important player to Bristol City in real life, but on FIFA, he's not going to grow much more than he is now. So I feel like that's one to let go. And also we've got a few centre mid options from the players that we've got out on loan. So that's that. And we've got Casey Palmer as our cam, and we've got Smudic. I can't say his name, but he's out on loan. But when he comes back, he'll be a very good player to have. Marley Watkins, I feel like I want to let go. I don't see myself using him. We've got a couple more players out on loan as well, and we've got a few young strikers here, Jana and Hines. They might go out on loan. If we get a loan offer for them, then we'll let them go, but I'm not going to actively put them on the loan list. Phobie we've got for a year still. Deju, I feel like we'll get quite a good amount for him to bring in someone else that will be higher rated and a bit younger as well. So I think we'll add him to the transfer list as well as Vyman, because we've still got Nike Wells and a Phobie, and then we got our youngsters as well, which will be very handy. So that's that, and I will have a look to see what players we can potentially get. So ladies and gentlemen, we've got our transfer hub with the players that we're going to be looking at in here. So going from the top, we've got Jaden Bogle, which I see as a starting right back for us, with obviously really good potential, and he's really young, so that really helps a lot. The same goes for Saka. He's a young player. He's going to be a highly rated player. I think he's like 74, something like that, to start off with. So that's a really good player to have at left mid, and he will link well with Jay Da Silva as well, I feel like, because they can both play in each other's positions, so that'll be very handy. I've got Nathan Ferguson here, who I want to sign as like a backup defender for any of the positions, because as you can see, he could play right back, left back, or centre back, so that would be absolutely perfect, really. So if we have anyone that's injured, he can fill in any spot. So then we've got Tammy Abraham, obviously probably our best striker that we've had in recent years. Obviously we only had him for a year on loan from Chelsea, but he was an absolutely incredible striker for us, to be honest, and would be nice to get him back, but I feel like he might be a bit too much. But we'll wait and see until everybody's been scouted. It shouldn't take too long. We've got Ollie Watkins as well, who's probably one of the best strikers in the Championship at the moment. He's definitely the top few anyway. But I think his value can be seen now, so it's 9.5 million. So that could be a player we look at. But then we do have Myron Bodu, who I know for a fact is quite highly rated at such a young age, and I feel like he will be our 20 goal a season striker that we need. So I'm going to let these players be scouted a bit more, maybe up until their values, and then I'll look to sign them from there. But first we're going to skip to our pre-season friendlies, or pre-season tournament I should say, where we've got Anderlecht. I don't think I said that right, but we'll go with it. We've got a captaincy suggestion, which I'm going to ignore, but we do have a transfer offer for Nathan Baker. I feel like we could get a bit more, so we're going to go into negotiations, because I want to get about 3 million for him, and I feel like that's possible. So I'm going to ask for 3.2, see where they go. Okay, so 3 million would be about halfway, so they should accept that, I hope. And they do. That is really good. That is what we would need. So we're going to sim our first pre-season game against Anderlecht, and it's 4-0 loss. Ooh, I know they're a good side, but that is a heavy loss. Yeah, not very good, is it? Not very good. A transfer offer for Bailey right now. Okay. So we're going to go into negotiations for this one as well. And let's see what they're willing to give. Because I want to get 2 million for Bailey Wright. And I think we could do it. I'm going to try a little bit more. Just try 2.15 million. And they're willing to accept that. Okay, so hopefully these two will go through. They're both still ongoing negotiations. So we'll see what happens there. Hopefully this second game in our pre-season tournament will be a bit better. We do have more transfer offers. Deju, this is a very important one actually. I'm going to delegate it though. 4.8 asking price, no less than 4 million, and we'll see how that goes. It might be asking for a bit too much, but it's always worth a go. Jamie Patterson as well, we've got a transfer offer for. We'll negotiate that one as well. Let's see what we can get for Jamie Patterson. I'd like to get 2 million, ideally. We'll go for a similar tactic as Bailey Wright. Oh, and he didn't like that. Walk straight out. Okay, good to know. More offers coming in for Nathan Baker and Deju. We'll delegate this one. 3.3, no less than 2.85. 4.8 million. Nope, that's the one that I... okay. That's the one that's already been in negotiation. So we're going to delegate this one as well. Oh, what a nightmare. We'll go for less, being 4 million. No less than 4 million. Yeah, we'll go with that. In our second game of the... It's a draw, 1-1. In our second game of pre-season. Ideally need a win in this last one then, to get through to the semi-finals. Bailey Wright has been sold. Another offer for Deju from Schalke this time. Quite a big club. Okay. 4.25 million. We'll ask for. Let's see. No, they don't want anything to do with that one. Oh dear. Deju's going to be a hard one to get rid of. We might not be able to get rid of him. Some reports back from our scout. And we also have another transfer offer for Jamie Patterson. That's what I'm trying to say. So we'll go into negotiations with these. And try the same tactic again. So it doesn't always end up being the same with two teams. So we'll go with that again. See what they say. It's still quite low. You might just have to ask for base 2 million. And they're willing to give that. Lovely. That was the absolute minimum that I was going to ask for. So that is good. I think at the moment, if you look at our 15.91 million in the transfer budget, that's pretty good. That's pretty good going. Let's have a quick look at the transfer hub and see what we can get ourselves. Bodu is a very possible buy. I think I'm going to go for him. I want to get the striker in as a priority really, because that's quite important to have a good striker. So, how do we go about this? Fireman hasn't had a offer, and they're going to add a bit more to it. 15 million. I'm sorry, we won't be able to do that. That's a bit too much for my liking. 9 million will offer. It's gone down rapidly, and I feel like 10 million will do it. Oh, they've pushed it back up a bit more. I'll go for their... We'll meet in the middle. If we can meet in the middle, that would be brilliant. We're driving a hard bargain, but I like to have the last say in most things. So 10.7 million. They've adjusted the sell-on clause. Don't think we're going to be selling him, but we'll let it happen anyway, because we want to negotiate with this man. Definitely. So, what would you like? What would you like from us, Myron? He accepts the crucial squad role. 5 years I would like from you. He gives it. No release clause. That's something I really like, so I'm not going to say no to that. And now it's our choice for the wage. I'm going to offer him quite a bit more, just because we have the facilities to do so. Let's try 15,000 a week with a 100,000 signing bonus. They've adjusted it a little bit, but I'm willing to accept that. There's our first sign-in. Myron Bodu is going to be our 20 goal a year striker. Mark my words. 75 rated. So I feel like we won't get Ollie Watkins, so we'll get rid of him. Tammy, we could in the future. Definitely could in the future. Jaden Bogle will go for next. And I want to try and swap him for Jack Hunt. That is what I'll be aiming for, and we'll offer that right now. They don't look like they want that. What do they want? Centre back, winger or goalkeeper? What do we have in these positions? We do have Jamie Patterson, but we have just accepted a bid for Jamie Patterson. We'll go for Marley Watkins, and they look like they want him. 4.162. Okay. We'll reduce that down to 2.5 million. Let's see what they say about that. 2.95. 2.97. 2.95 again. 2.98. 2.95. We'll accept it. They weren't budging at all. But that's still a good deal. That's still a really good deal. Such a young, high potential right back. It's not a bad amount. So he wants an important squad role. We'll accept that. 5 years. We're happy with that. No release clause. Good. Quite a low wage offer from Jaden. I'll accept that as well. That's not a bad deal. So then we've got a few more players here. We can get Nathan Ferguson for 990,000. Definitely going to go for that. We can't say no to that at all. I could offer Tommy Rowe as a bit of a bargaining chip, or even... Yeah, no, we'll go for Tommy Rowe. We'll try and offer a bit less. Quite a bit less, actually. Knowing that we can get him for so cheap. Still quite high. 450. They still want that. 550. So it's pretty much his value, but I don't mind that because he is going to be a cracking player. And he's going to be our future starting centre back, I feel like. So rotation, that is definitely the role you're going to be having at the moment anyway. 5 years. No release clause. Very good. And it's our turn to offer 6k a week with an 80,000 signing on bonus. And they're happy with that. Okay. So that is 3 signings already. Pretty good going. The only one I'd want to go for as well is Saka. We might have to wait a little bit because our transfer budget, actually, if we adjust it a bit more, let's see how much we've got. We're not far off. I don't feel like a few more mil, and then we'll have it. Okay. So, let's give Bodu a go in the final pre-season game, I'm trying to say. Bogle as well. Let's give him a go. We'll stick Pereira there as well, because Ashley Williams I don't feel like I'll use that much, but he's a good backup to have. Definitely a good backup to have. So, the last game, potentially. If we win, we could have a chance of getting through, and we do win 2-1. We'll have to see how results go in the other games, but that is promising. And we have not done it, it looks like, but we have got just over 1 million from that, so that's not bad. That definitely helps us with how we get to Saka, because he's going to cost quite a bit, but it's definitely a player that I want. So let's look into what we've got in terms of players to train. So I want Masengo, and we could improve his attacking for now, and then when that improves we'll improve the defending. Next, we'll go for the 3 fullbacks actually. So we'll go for Ferguson first, go for defending, De Silva defending, Bogle defending, and then the goalkeeper, we'll try and improve Willacott. Hopefully he'll eventually be our second choice goalkeeper at some point. At the moment probably not, but we'll sim them. Pretty good all round. Could be better, could be worse. So, we have got transfer offer for Smith and a loan offer for Hines. Smith will let go and Hines will let out on loan, and we'll keep Jana. I think that's going to be the final decision, because I feel like we need to keep at least one of the young strikers. Definitely. Another offer for Corey Smith. Similar price. I'm just going to let him go. Okay. So, Patterson is sold. An agreement has been made for for Deju as well. And we're going to accept that. Definitely. 4.4 million. That's not bad at all. So, give these another train as well. Woolacott has gone up with 2 consecutive A trainings. He's now 61 rated, edging closer to being second choice goalkeeper. Hines loaned out. Smith transfer negotiations broken down. And an offer for a loan for James Morton to Fleetwood Town. And we'll let him go for that because we've got quite a few centre mid options. And I feel like we'll get a few more through the youth system as well, which I want to try and use quite a bit. Deju has been sold. Quick work of that, definitely. And Jack Hunt, I think I'm just going to accept that. That's not a bad amount. So let's see how much we've got at the moment. We could sign Saka now. We definitely can sign Saka now. So let's go for it. I feel like we can get him for less than... I don't see why I can get him for less than 10 million, to be honest. Let's go for it. Let's go for 9 million to start off with. They want 13.2. Okay, maybe not less than 9 million. Let's go for his value, 10 million. 12.4. It's going down a little bit. Meet kind of halfway with 11 million. 11.3. 11.2. And it's been agreed. 11.2 million. That's still not a bad amount for a 74 rated left mid who's only 17 years old. Pretty good. Definitely pretty good. Okay. So we can give him a crucial squad role. We can definitely give him that. 5 years, definitely. Definitely don't see why not. No release clause. It's like these players know what I like. So I want to offer him quite a bit just to make sure that we can get him. So 15,000 with the 100,000 sign-on bonus, which has been accepted now. That is good going. Okay, so I feel like that is pretty much everything we can do for now. I want to give the boys a game before we make any more changes, because at the moment I feel like this team will be good for us. No doubt at all. Let's just see if there are any other transfer offers or news. So Morton has been loaned out to Fleetwood Town. That is a definite. And it's not long until our first game. And we've got a transfer offer for Callum Dowder, which I will be rejecting straight away. We're not interested in letting him go for the time being. Also one that kind of depends if we get anyone decent in the youth system. Another offer for Callum Dowder. Rejected again. Not letting him go. Smith has been sold as well. Okay. So we are fast approaching our game against Leeds, and Hunt has been sold as well. Okay. A transfer offer for Myampa. I think I'm going to accept that. I know I said I wouldn't sell any goalies, but we do have enough to get by, to be perfectly honest. And we've got our first scouting report come back, I should say. but we're going to reject any below a certain amount. But this guy could be good. He's got a decent value, not a really high one, but I feel like something we can build on. So we're going to accept him into it. And then that'll be good. So we should now be smooth sailing to the Leeds game. And we've got Pro there asking to play. I'll consider it, because he might come on, but he's not starting. So, we have now got our game against Leeds. I hope you boys are ready. This is going to be a very difficult game. They're definitely title contenders for the championship. They certainly are in real life. And I imagine so on FIFA. Right, so now we're kicking off. Ability to play the passing game. Oh, De Silva's out of position. Oh, Callas has leaped in. Oh, great save by Bentley though. I feel like he's going to be a very important player for us. That's offside surely. It's gone out anyway. Okay. Well, a lot of space has been left, and I feel like Bentley could have done a bit more there, but we have to let it slide. The defence didn't do well enough then. There was a huge gap in the middle there. Gustin gets it back, gives it to Costa. Great defending there by De Silva. And now Saka can go, but he doesn't. He gets tackled by Berardi. But De Silva's there to tackle again, but it falls straight to a... That's a great tackle by Callas. That's an incredible tackle by Callas. And Saka's got enough space to run. And we know he's got the pace. You just got to keep going. Oh, but he's cutting a bit too much then. Phillips has caught him back up. Oh, that's a lot of space. Here we go, keep it going, keep it going. Maybe the pass through to Bordeaux. And he's bloody tucked it in. Look at that. So much space created. I feel bad doing a sweaty goal in career mode, but sometimes you just have to. Especially when you're 1-0 down against Leeds. But what a goal by Bordeaux. And a good run by Naj as well. We're back in it. We are back in it. And we're playing some decent football, but with bad spells as well. Try from long range, and that was a terrible shot to be honest. But it's half time and it's 1-1. A very competitive game. Very competitive. The team feels pretty good. It definitely feels pretty good. But we just got to keep going. And hope that our substitutes, when we do bring them on in the second half, can do a job. We'll leave it for now. And we'll keep going straight through to the second half. That's a great ball by Augustin to Costa. That's great play again by Leeds. Oh, but they didn't score that. And it's a great save by Bentley. What a save. Leeds were very unlucky not to score then, though. Oh, didn't look the prettiest, but it got the ball out. Naj again. Pokes it through to Lyson. Oh, but I think that's offside by Nicky Wells. Oh. Unlucky. Very unlucky. Augustin coming off. Bamford coming on for Leeds. But Masengo on the ball. To Bordeaux, who plays it through to Naj. Oh, and it's an own goal! Oh, that was a good play by Naj though. Good place to put the ball, definitely. Either way, that was probably going in. It's good for us, definitely. Dear. That's a bullet header by Bamford. Holy moly. That was more power than you put in a kick. Blimey, it was a great reaction save by Bentley though. But we will have a look at making some substitutions now. So, let's put a Phobie on for Necky Wells. Honestly, that's all we can do for now, I feel like. That is all we'll do. Ball is well picked up by Naj. Saka's in there. Plays it over to Phobie. And that is unlucky. Oh, and that's a good play. Oh, but it's great goalkeeping from Bentley again. He has been an absolute saviour in this game, to be perfectly honest. Oh, and that's a good pass from Benkovic as well. Saka, he plays it through to Bodu. Oh, and it's a penalty. Bodu to take the penalty. Try and aim it there. Let's see where he goes. Oh, it goes straight ahead, even though I didn't want it straight ahead. Maybe I need to put it a bit further along. I'm not very good at penalties in this game, to be perfectly honest. So let's keep going. Oh no, that's a good ball. Oh no! It's a good save by Bentley initially, but it went straight to Bamford. He was not going to miss from there. Dear, so much space he's in. Okay. We do have to remember they are a good side, a very strong side. There's still time though. There's still a bit of time. And I feel like it's going to be the last few kicks. Although they're on attack right now. Can't let them score right in the last minute. And we don't. And it's the final whistle. 2-2 draw. Not bad. Not a bad result. Could have been better. Should have been better. So I think that's why I'm going to leave it for this video. I think in a normal video what I'm going to be doing is playing a few games and simming a couple of games each episode. So it's going to be roughly around a month in each video. So if you can like this video and subscribe to this channel and leave any comments with any suggestions of what I could do to this career mode, like what players I can get and what you think I need to improve on. And also any other suggestions of what other career modes I can do, potentially. And I'll see you next time.